copper pipes.
That really is incredible.
So she's mixed around the edge there with the riveted metal plate.
Yeah.
So as you showed on the top hat there, it's not just a square mould. You know, you can actually create borders around things. There's the compass on there as well, and the cogs. And it lights up as well.
No,
it does indeed.
Should we do that? Come on, we've got to do it justice.
Yeah,
maybe we'll try and dim the lights.
So it lights up too. So a real phenomenal piece, and that piece wouldn't be complete, I don't reckon, without those little quotes on there as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see Sam's used those quotes and just put some distress ink around them.
Very
and it was
nice.
actually printed on the free item that you're going to get from this show as well, the parchment paper.
Okay, so, I mean, that to me, I'm sold. And if you're going to go for the one-day special, if your budget can stretch, to me, using two together, you really are going to create something very special. In my mind, now I'm of a generation, did you ever game? Do you game?
Yeah,
a computer game?
Little bit.
There was a game with a well-known plumber. We all know the one I'm talking about. Now,
the
these colourways, I know
isn't it?
this is a tractor, but just with the orange pipes, the green.
Right.
Am I going to win? So I just think if you wanted to do a computer game inspired inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. And again, it just shows it's not steampunk in colour. It's really
that's cute.
Fresh colours, and I just love the way the cogs are coming out for the steam. Really great inspirational piece from Debbie on the team, that one.
Can I just show this last one? I know we've got to move on.
Yeah.
But your design team are phenomenal.
Oh, they absolutely are. Do you know what? I do believe that every single time we send something out, they get so excited, and they produce more designs than I actually ask them to. Wow. And that's because they get totally carried away. But it's not this time, Yanis. I even got to make some samples, because as a demonstrator, it's all about the prep work for us. We don't get much time to actually, but I just had to this time, so I think I got more carried away than them.
I'm not surprised that this has been a popular option. In fact, and that's a huge compliment, the fact that you're enjoying getting carried away, because I know you're a busy guy and you're always prepping for shows and developing and doing things, stuff, right, $19.99 your price, $537,392 your item. Now, I like the little character.
The little character is brilliant, isn't he? Yeah.
Because
if you actually put the pipes back to back, you can actually make them three-dimensional pipes as well, as you will notice.
Awesome.
Yeah, truly three-dimensional. Isn't that amazing? Karen on the team did that one.
So, I mean, we're at 60% of the stock here, and this is the restock.
This
is
the
sold
restock.
out.
Yeah.
And you can see that there is such a close correlation to the stock levels of both, because I think so many people are doubling up, and I would do. I'd get the one-day special. I'd get this option, $19.99 your price, $537,392 your item number. Now, our Carry Caddy.
Yeah, the Carry Caddy. Now, this has been inspired by my own caddy that I've had for years. Okay, so we've actually got it reproduced into MDF.
Yeah.
So again, you can decorate this in whichever way you wish. We've got the one done here with Powertex, also using all of the one-day special moulds, and then we've got the one done from Debbie down there that is painted black, a little bit of colouring, not too much, and you can see again the copper pipes coming through there and all the cogs, and she's actually spelled out the word tools as well. So you can use it obviously for all of your crafting tools, but if you know somebody who maybe does a little bit of DIY, handy for that as well. And I do believe it will actually fit a couple of bottles of cider in there, possibly wine as well. No. So there we go.
Oh, and now we're taking it to a different level. If you're going to go around for an evening, got to tell you some breaking news. Now we have got a promotion, because it's our birthday, where we've been giving out a free gift each hour. We do say that these gifts are around while stocks last. The one-day special has been so incredibly popular. It's sold out once. It's back on extended delivery, and we're at 60% of the stock. Once the free gift goes, and it is about to go, have we got any left? Has it gone? We're literally down to single figures with the free gift. So it's papers. Once they're gone, I'm sorry, that is it. And we added as much as we could, but that is it. So with regard to the free gift, if you want to get hold of your free gift, please check out right now whether it is anything we've shown on the show. It's one per customer this hour, and once it's gone, it's gone. We've got a great video. Is this one you've done?
It is indeed.
You're a talented guy. Anthony's take a look at this. It's awesome. Enjoy. So I know a little bit about editing. You've done a really good job.
Oh,
with that
thank you
video.
very much.
Seriously,
Yeah,
that's so
that's
professionally
like I say,
done.
one of my professions.
Yeah,
That is, I really, really like having a go and doing that.
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
we're going to get to demonstration, but as promised, Nikki, come on in here, Nikki. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to let Nikki, you get to have a look at your first demonstration. What I would say is, please can we get some emails coming in welcoming Nikki to the team, because Nikki is now firmly a member of the family, and we'd love you. You're great at welcoming new members to our family. Enjoy, Nikki.
If you just tell me I'm doing a bad job, though, wait till I've gone.
I'm sure you won't. I'm
Thanks
sure you
in
won't.
advance.
So we're going to be using the one-day special moulds, and as we said earlier, they are all food-grade silicone, which is really good. So you can either be using them for cake decorating, or you can be using them for mixed media. Have you ever had to go at cake decorating, or?
No, I haven't.
haven't?
But you know, I've got a 6-year-old son.
Ah, right,
So I go
okay.
to these parties with him, and the cakes now are out of
Yeah,
this
they are, aren't they?
world.
Yeah.
And they've not come from a cake shop or a cake maker. People are really doing it themselves.
Yes, they are.
So I haven't attempted yet, but I want to, because I think, you know, the kids love it. They're so impressive when you see these incredible cakes.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you have moulds like this, it really does give like a professional finish. So even if you're not good at cake decorating, you can be if you do this. But a lot of cake decorators are also, unbeknowingly, actually good at mixed media and vice versa as well.
Okay.
Because it's the same sort of skills that, you know, you do both. So what we're going to use here, this is, do you want to have a go?
No, you do.
No,
it.
God,
There's
seriously,
no way I'm having a go on
seriously,
my
can't go wrong.
first day.
You
Like,
can't go-
I want to stay working here, so I
Seriously,
think you carry on,
can't go wrong.
Anthony.
We've got
You're
a piece
the
of clay
professional.
here. We've got a piece of clay here. We are literally just going to place that over.
Okay.
Just literally want you to squish that down. Not too much pressure.
Really?
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Oh.
Go on, a little bit more than that. That's it. Okay. All right. Okay, you're done. You're done. That's it.
Oh.
That is it. It was that easy. See, so there's your texture that you've just created. So that's how easy the moulds. And honestly, you didn't know I was going to pull that stunt there by saying,
I
"Have a go,
didn't,
have a
little
go." But
monkey.
you can see, you can see how easy it is to actually achieve. You know.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you get to that, even if you're not happy with it, and this is the great thing about the clay, okay, you can just squish it up again. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're not happy with it, you can just make something else, and if you're not happy with that, just keep on going. The air dry clay is going to take probably a couple of hours to actually set, so you've got a lot of time in between to have a little bit of a play.
Okay.
So what we're going to create here is we've got some grey board on the show as well. So I've decorated that using Viva Decor rust paints. Okay. So if you actually feel that, it actually feels like rust as well.
I know, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it? So clever.
You can see the little bit that you did, okay, so we've just basically transformed that into the corners there. So it looks as though it's just like coming through, you know, the rust is like all over the walls, but there's a little bit of brickwork there as well.
Yeah, the colouring of this as well is amazing.
You love that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So again,
love
that's
it.
Inca Gold. I do believe they sold out from the shows this morning. So what we're going to do, we're just going to grab one of the silicone moulds to start with, and we're just going to apply some corn flour. Now, the reason we put in corn flour is just to help the clay, or indeed your fondant icing, actually release. Okay, so let's just get some clay from in here. I've mixed up some colours beforehand, and the reason I do that is because this clay has got moisture, and as you can see inside the bag there, it's sweated. Okay,
Yes.
so as soon as you get it out of your original pack, if you were to put it in the mould, it would be really, really sticky, and it would stick in the mould.
Okay.
But as you know, as we've been saying, you know, there's no going wrong, because if it's not perfect, just pull it back out and just squish it back in again. Okay. So let's just pop the clay actually in there. So we're just feeding the clay into all the crevices there.
How long have you been doing this? How many years have you been crafting?
Well, crafting probably since I was a little boy, to be honest with you.
Really?
But like clay crafting like this, just over a year.
Okay.
Okay. And it's all about like the mixed media and the messy bit that I love.
Yeah.
if you hadn't noticed. But everyone always says, you know, but you are so tidy, other than your crafting.
Yeah.
But so there we go. We're going to press that down, and then when you're happy,
I'm
you've
so
got
sorry
all the
to
detail.
interrupt you. I've got to tell everyone that the free gift now has sold out. We've been so busy today, so I'm sorry about that. The free gift has gone, but if you're quick, obviously you can still get this kit.
Absolutely. So.
Oh, but 2/3 of it is gone.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
So.
I wish I had better news on my first day. Carry on,
Well,
Anthony.
that's good. That is good news. That is good news. So there is the clay. Now, just very, very carefully, just start to peel that away, okay? And then you get all that amazing detail. Let me just flip that round. Okay, so now as it's a circle, just make sure that, because the clay is still very soft, you could squish it. Okay, so just make sure you've got that perfect circle.
I was going to say, it looks pretty perfect to
And
me.
there we go. If we hold that one up to that camera, you can see the amazing detail we've actually got on there. Now, as you said with this one, okay, that I've painted. Now, before you actually paint it, it's just best to let that dry overnight. I always just put it onto a piece of kitchen cloth, and you'll see where I've taken the other one off. It's all like wrinkled. That's the dampness, the moisture actually being pulled out of the clay. So just put it on there and it just helps it dry a little bit quicker. Now, Hayley reminded me this morning about the shrinkage of the clay. Okay, so let me just pop this one back in and we'll go for the overhead there. But you can see that's how much it does shrink. Okay.
So
Obviously,
to expect that?
Yep, that's absolutely fine to expect. So if you are decorating something that's three-dimensional and you try to wrap the clay around, you'll probably find in the morning it's actually split. Okay. So in that instance, if you're going to be doing that, make sure your clay is as dry as possible but still usable, so all the moisture has near enough come out of it. Okay, and then you'll be able to wrap it around and it shouldn't split.
Oh, okay, that's a great tip. Thank you.
So let's just start to build this one here. So this is a little verse, okay, that I've come up with. Whichever direction life takes you, I'll always be there for you. And obviously, this is where the compass comes in. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this one down. I'm going to use one of my favourite glues at the moment, which is from Olifanchi, which is the my friend Helen, the MDF lady. So let me just stick that down on there. So it's just normal PVA style glue. So just pop that in there. Okay, and then we're just going to pop this down. We're also going to show the other mould, which is the pipes, the rusty pipes. Okay.
Yes, which I've heard a lot about already
Lots
today. Those rusty pipes.
Lots of rusty pipes. So let's just place that one down. Okay, so that's the main bones of our little canvas there, or if you wanted you could actually stick it back on there and it could be like a picture frame, entirely up to you. I put a quote in this particular one. So the other mould that we're going to use is this beautiful one here, which is the rusty pipe. So let's just bring that one in. Now, as I was explaining, when this had first come about, I was like, well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I didn't want to see the pipes where they joined. So I said to the guys, can you do this in a mould? So I drew him something three-dimensionally, come back and said, yep, no problem. So that's what we've actually got. Brilliant. So I'm just going to show you how that actually works. So we're just going to go on this particular one here. And I'm using a cake decorating tool here called a Dresden tool. Just makes working with the clay a little bit easier. But if you haven't got a Dresden tool, it doesn't matter, a ball tool will do as well. Okay, now if you want to get those, obviously, details on the screen, item number 537392, that is £19.99 plus your P&P, and that's on extended delivery as well, been very popular, and that's going to be sent out on the 28th of August for you. Indeed. Right, everything's been popular to be honest, hasn't it? Yeah. It was really, really just phenomenal, the launch of this. It really was. So it's in the mould like so. We already put corn flour in. Okay, so we're just going to, we need to pull the mould this time. Okay, and then pop that out like so. Now the reason I've done that, if I just pick this up, you make this look very easy. That's because is it your skill? It is. No, it seriously is easy. Let me just bring in this one here. Okay. This is done by our very youngest crafter, because we are, as far as I know, the only company that has a junior design team. Really? Okay, and this is our head of our junior design team who made this, who's 6 years old, and her name is Isabella Thompson. So Isabella, I'm sure you're watching, because you did tell your mummy that I didn't have this on the front of the counter earlier. So here it is, okay, and I'll stick it there for the rest of the show. No, but that's so you can see, isn't that absolutely amazing? Isn't that absolutely amazing? 6 years old. Well done. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? So they are really, really easy to use. Honestly, well done you. So she does follow in her mum's footsteps. She likes all the rainbow type things. You need a pay rise. Pay rise. That is very good. Do you know what? I said that she should actually share 55% of her mum's craft room. My head of design team, I don't think has spoken to her since. But right, so now we're going to go for a straight piece of this pipe, and then I'll show you how it actually works. So let's just pop that out like so. Right, so these joins that I don't like, okay, if you were just to butt 2 bits of clay up, and let me just prove that point, okay, let me We're approaching 2/3 as well of this, guys, just to let you know. Cut this one in half, okay, so to me, that just looks totally wrong. You can see the joins, okay, so How this works is, this one actually fits there, that one tucks over, okay, so it's seamless.
It is seamless.
So let's just pop that there. So you can create your entire system of pipes. This is going to work really well for going around a cake, but obviously in this case we're going to use it for mixed media.
Yeah.
So again, just pop that one to dry, or if you're not happy with it, like I say, you can just squish it up and use it again.
Okay.
So there we go. Leave that to dry overnight and then do your painting. So getting back to this one, if there's any clay about, okay, just make sure you pop it back inside the bag.
Okay.
And make sure it's airtight. That's a really important thing, because obviously it's air dry. If there's any air, it's going to set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so let's get back to this one here. So we're just going to add a little bit of pipes that we've got going. So I'm just going to use some silicone glue here, just because it's got a bit of a quicker grab than normal types of glue. And we're just going to pop that in there and tuck it inside so you don't see that join. And then we've got another one here, which is the corner part, like so. And again, we're just going to pop that one there.
That looks brilliant.
Like so, and it does look really, really realistic.
Yeah, it does look so realistic.
So we've got also on the show, there's some cherubs, and there's two different size cherubs. I've got both the moulds here.
Spot those, beautiful.
Okay, so you've got the large ones there, and then you've got the small ones there. So that's a size difference. So there are substantially different sizes, yeah, but they're both going to work really, really nicely. So that sort of like brings the steampunk element into it.
Okay, so let's have a look at that. So this is the larger one, I believe we're seeing now. Yeah, so item number is 797603. That's for the cherubs, the larger mould that you're looking at there. And then we've also got the smaller mould as well. And you can see that at the bottom of the screen as well. I love cherubs. Absolutely love cherubs. Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, they are, aren't they? So we're just aging the brickwork a little bit, and we're just using distress inks here. So you've got distress oxides, anything like that, or even a little bit of acrylic paint, as long as you're, you don't brush too hard. Okay, so
and that's you're just putting that on the brickwork.
We're putting that onto the brickwork like so. So just to age it a little bit. Then we've got all of these different cogs. We've got little cherubs that we're going to pop down here. Let's have a look, see where we can put those. There we go. I think that looks quite nice.
So that's
just
from the
there.
mould.
So that's from the smaller mould. Okay, so just going to put that round the word U. Okay, so just have them flying in like that.
What glue is that you're using?
This is just a silicone glue,
okay,
but you can just use a PVA glue as well. Basically, any glue that you've already got in your craft stash is going to be able to work with the moulds, because this clay, I don't know if I told you, but it's actually just paper and glue anyway.
Right.
So it's not. Have you ever felt a pack of the glue? The clay.
No.
There we go. It's as light as anything.
Oh, it is. I wasn't expecting to do that.
Yeah, most people do.
Oh,
but
yeah.
so that's how light it is. So let's just add a little bit of glue over here, okay, and we should then be near enough done. Right, let's pop that there. Where do you want this needle pointing? North, south, east, west? Go on, your choice.
Oh, I don't know the pressure. North.
North, we go north.
North.
There we go then. So we'll just pop that onto there. Now, obviously, if you had brads, you could pop those on there, and you can actually have it so the needle spins as well to make it a little bit more interesting.
Course.
We're just going to add a couple of these, which are a couple of the cogs or gears. If you're American, I think they call them gears. Let's just pop a couple of those on, just to add a little bit more detail. So again,
had
just
an
using the
email
silicone
come
glue.
through.
Oh, super!
Are the silicone moulds suitable for resin?
Yes, they are. They'll go up to 200 degrees. So as long as your resin, when you mix certain resins, when you mix the two together, it produces heat. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to go over 200 degrees. So, yep, you can definitely use that. Or
Who was that email from, sorry? Mrs. Creasy, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for that. We've even got little taps as well. So in the mould that is the pipes, you're also going to get 3 taps in there as well. So we're just going to pop that one down there, like so. And then we've just got 2 more little cogs to go on. One up there.
The details again, I must give them out for those rusty pipes because they are proving to be very popular today. Item number 537392. That's 1999 and your P&P.
There you go, and we're done. So
oh, wow.
That is just a really, and it come together quite quickly. What I always say is when I'm going to be doing a project, I make loads of the pieces and then you can just like put them together, because obviously you've got to allow for that like overnight drying time for your clay.
So impressed with that.
And you had a go as well, so I'm totally impressed.
I did have a go.
That was your
Only a
first
little go, didn't
But it
I?
worked though, didn't it? That was
yeah,
the thing. Super.
Yeah, this is all because of me. So, website notes. Let's have a look at our website. So this is everything that you would need from this hour. You can see, just have a scroll through our website, and also Yanis and I are going to be going through it all now on the show.
And that's what you'll find with our website. It is a great resource if you do want to get ahead, especially when there's loads to explore. I have to say, Nikki, first time on air with us. First, you're getting straight in with the demos.
I
mean, I never did that when I joined. That was very
Well,
brave.
I didn't do a lot, to be honest, did I? But
How great is it?
he's so talented.
He is.
He makes it look so easy, and I'm sure it isn't. He makes it look very easy.
The thing is, and I have to say, Anthony is an extremely talented guy.
Yeah.
With the moulds though, because they are easy to work, and the results you get are fantastic. So whether it is with your cake making or your crafting, I mean, you can see here, this is next level stuff.
Yeah.
So
I
mean,
feel
looking
like
at that,
this should be in some sort of art museum on a pillar on its own. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, look at that.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It looks like a movie prop, doesn't it? But the fact that you're able to make it look like it, the rivets on the actual plating there, the cogs, putting it all together.
Honestly, the detailing, the colours, it's really something special, isn't it? And then obviously this as well. It's like works of art. So you can see all those cogs, the cherubs, of course, those are the largest cherubs that we can see. Oh, I love cherubs, yeah. You can see the larger mould of the cherub on there as well. And that compass. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Nikki, you're sounding like someone who's catching the crafty bug.
Yeah, I think I am.
And this is the whole point of crafting. It captures your imagination.
Yeah.
It can feel a bit daunting. I mean, looking at this now, I kind of feel I couldn't do something of this standard, but I definitely feel I could achieve something. And that's the whole point with the mould. So I want to be clear, with the one-day special, this is what you're getting. It was interesting watching you playing around with these. I mean, the compass, how great was that?
I know, and they seemed, to me, very easy to use. Do you know what I mean? Like, they worked very, very quickly for Anthony. They worked really well. But yeah, the moulds seem excellent quality.
Well, have you felt the moulds yet?
Yeah.
You felt them. Because the quality, and it's something that you touched on, Nikki, they really are extremely good quality. They're made in the UK, so they are a food grade, and that obviously adds to the fact that they are just really well done moulds. For a great price, $24.97.
And a good tip you gave not to cross-contaminate, obviously, if you're doing your cakes and if you're doing your design.
Well, now you were saying about children's parties, because your son's 6.
Yes.
Remind me of his name?
Dylan.
Dylan, yeah. So Dylan, is Dylan watching, by the way?
He will be watching, yes.
Give Dylan a shout out.
Hi, Dylan.
There you go.
The worst thing is when Dylan watches these shows is he wants everything. So he's there with his little list of, oh, Mummy, he obviously thinks I've come into money somewhere along the way, and I haven't. So he's writing me great big lists of everything he wants me to buy from here, yeah. So he can only watch it at 5 minutes at a time.
Dylan, we're going to get you crafting. I thought it was adorable.
He's so arty, actually.
Oh
he
God,
loves. Well, that's how I started. Because obviously, you go to these parties; they're out of this world with the cakes, the decor, also invitations. You know, party invitations. You don't go to the shop and get them anymore. People spend an awful lot of time crafting on them. So you want to be involved in that as well, and obviously your child does. So that's what got me interested in it.
Well, you're in the right place.
I am.
You are in the
Lucky
right
me.
place. Details for the one-day special, and we are busy for that one-day special. $24.97 your price, saving £10. If you are sat at home and you want to pop this in the basket, you just need that all-important number, which is...
It is 018301.
There we go. So, okay, we've got more. Now, the rusty pipes.
Yeah,
so
that's popular, isn't it?
Really popular, because the way I kind of see it is it's modular. This little character here, I just thought that is very clever.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, look at that sparkling.
What you'll find, Nikki, is the inspirations, and this is, I think, the essence of crafting. Everyone's going to have a different stance. So you're going to look at those rusty pipes and come up with one inspiration. Someone else will go in a totally different direction.
Yeah. And interesting what Anthony said about how, he spoke to them and said he didn't want to see the gaps. He wanted it all to be quite seamless, So it is. Obviously, when you're using these moulds and when you're putting it together, they do look seamless. That's what you'll notice.
I was when I first started at Hochanda, I was blown away with the realism you're able to achieve just from effects. So say with the rusty patina, which is going to become a favourite of yours, Nikki.
Okay.
I feel it.
Okay.
I only say that with confidence, is everybody loves a rusty patina. It's that the rusted effect they're able to achieve. And just showing you this as well.
I know, I saw that in the earlier show. It's great.
And what this does is it's allowing you to really dip into your stash. So you've got your papers, you've got obviously your rusty pipes in here, cogs from the one-day special.
So this is all the design team, isn't it?
Yeah.
That have done all that. Yeah, so talented. But how nice that you... The great thing about crafting is, and crafting in the comfort of your own home, I think, is you don't have to be intimidated.
Yeah.
You can get it all home, have a go. If you get it wrong, you try again. That's what I love about it. Watch the shows, get your inspiration.
Not a competition.
Exactly.
And that's the
Yeah,
thing. You're not competing with anyone.
And crafters are so lovely, aren't they? And they're so supportive of one another as well.
You've already got that.
Yeah.
Sense.
Oh, absolutely. Already. So it's nice because you'll do something and you'll think, and someone else will give you an idea, and someone else from another forum will give you an idea. It's lovely.
Very generous in information. $19.99 your price. 537392 your item number. Now we've got a carry caddy. I'm finding this would be useful. Storage.
I know, I saw that earlier and thought it'd be useful for myself.
When you start building up your stash, well, look, you've got serious pedigree, obviously, with makeup.
Yeah.
So imagine that for, I'm sure you've got loads of brushes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
It absolutely would. That's the minute I saw it, that's what I thought about as well. Yeah, absolutely great for, well, if you're a crafter, in your craft room, for your bits and bobs, your brushes, etc. But just day-to-day things. Maybe you're making this for other things in your home, such as brushes or kids' pencils, or you want it in your office where you do your work, for example. All those, you know, sort of bits and bobs, you don't really know where they go, so they're just gathering in the kitchen cupboard. Something like that would be perfect.
Spices, if you wanted to put in there. Yes. If you wanted to put plants, it would be a nice display. Anthony had a good idea.
Did he?
Yeah, he said you could get in there bottles of wine or cider.
Did he now? That is a good idea.
Well, the thing is, gifting bottles, sometimes you can't. I feel when I just go and give someone a bottle,
I know, it's a bit impersonal.
Present it nicely.
Yeah.
So this is a popular option. Your Craft Creations MDF Caddy Kit, $10.99 your price, 903-577 your item number. Nikki, you enjoying it?
I am,
This is going to be the first of many crafting hours. I can see you've already got the bug.
I have actually, yeah. Thinking, right, well, I need to buy this and this.
It was nice because I was just chatting to Nikki, and it's your enthusiasm, and that's the thing. Coming in, you're going to enjoy it, and you really want to learn.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I want to learn from you, from the presenters, from the guests, from you at home as well, because I know so many of you are so talented, because I've seen some of your work. The birthday cards they sent in. Oh my goodness, for the competition, amazing, blew me away. So yeah, I'm really excited. I feel very lucky to be here.
And we can be happier to have you here as well.
Oh,
okay, so there we go. That's Nikki. We're going to just jump on to... Oh, actually, no, we're not. I want to show you something because we've got some popular items there. You can see these zips. Now, I remember when these zips were first brought out, and they were immensely popular. $9.99. Good price too. So your KTC design 6-inch zip, your silicone mold, 142341, your item number there. Okay, so
we're going to go for the caddy.
Let's do it.
Well, let's go for the caddy. So when you get your caddy, it's really, really nice and easy to actually put together. Now, I'm not going to actually stick it together on air, okay? I'm just going to show you basically how it's going to go. I've got some made already. Okay, so you're going to get the base, and you're going to get the cross sections here. So this is how you'll need to build it. Pop those cross sections together. You will need to glue, okay, in all the joints. Now, what I will say is it's impossible to get this wrong, because I have put this incorrectly on here, and you'll see the slots don't go in. Yeah. Twist it round, fits perfectly together. Yeah. Okay. Done. You then got the two sides, and again, you know, it will not fit on that side. It will only fit on that side. So what I say to you is just have a go and put it together dry to start with. Okay. You then got the little handle here as well. It's got the ergonomic little finger bits there.
Finger grips.
So that goes up there, and just be sure to get that the right way round. Okay. So I can actually pop that in there, like so, and then you've just got these side bars which then just slot into those bits there. Okay,
Perfect.
so it is as easy as that. So like I say, put it together dry to start with, and then go in with your glue. I can recommend a glue, and that is the one from Hochanda, which is available, I do believe, on the website, which is Trunk Gunk.
I love Hochanda. So Hochanda is Afrikaans for small baby elephant.
Baby elephant,
Yeah.
yep.
The imagination, I mean, a glue, and it is a very good glue, but I would buy it purely for the name. Trunk Gunk.
Well, I know Helen, and it was actually going to be called something else, but we'll go no further.
Can imagine.
Yeah.
You can find the details on our website if you want to get your own pot of Trunk Gunk.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So that is it put together. Okay, so as you can see, it's really, really robust. It's made of 4mm MDF. Okay, so it is really substantial.
Yeah.
Now, these are all of the pieces that I've made up to actually stick on it. I'll show you how the moulds work in a moment. But let's just pop that one aside and then bring in this, okay? Because this is a replica near enough of the decoration on mine. Okay,
Wow.
now I've used this paint in the past. I've been using Viva Decor stuff for about 8 years now. Okay, so this is their rusty paint.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just quickly show you how that actually works. Okay, then we'll actually start to use the moulds and decorate. So here's a piece I've already done, Yanis. Okay, just go over that, and you will think it is rust.
Goodness,
it actually really feels like it.
If you just handed me that and just said, you know, what is it? It does. It feels.
It
Until
feels,
you pick it up, you would think it was metal.
So let me just quickly flip that over, and I'll just show you the basics of actually how to achieve this bit of cardboard. Yeah, that's
incredible.
So it's going to work on any surface. It works on glass as well. You will notice this is my water pot here. Okay, this is plastic. Okay, so it actually works on there as well.
Wow.
Okay, so anything, any surface, that is going to work on. So you just need to open these up. Okay, there's 2 different colours. You can choose which one you want. You can either just go for all brown or all the orange, entirely up to you. But I like mixing the 2 because that's when you can start to really, really see how it's going to look. And literally, you don't want to wipe it on like that. You do want to pounce it on, because that is the texture that you want to achieve. I'm not going to go too wild or too large an area, but that is what you want to create. And then go in with your other colour, wet on wet. Okay, and that's the really important thing, because you can see all of a sudden that brown is now seamlessly going into that orange. Okay, and you don't want to go over the whole lot. Okay, just keep on, and it is, like I say, pouncing that on there, and then just go back in with the orange and go over there, and then before you know it, you're getting that really, really nice tone of colour there to give you that rust effect.
Nice.
It is as simple as that. Literally leave that probably about an hour, you know, and then you can go over it using some other products that Viva do, which are their Inca Golds. Sadly, they've actually sold out. But basically, if I just flip that over, I'm not going to show because obviously we haven't got the product anymore on the show, but you can see there we've just got a little bit of patina colour going on there, and that's literally just dabbing that onto a paintbrush and then just brushing it on, and just gives you a little bit of coloration actually on that. Okay,
Nice.
so that is the rust paint. So that's what I've actually done over the entire MDF unit there. Okay, so it's really giving that nice industrial steampunk look.
Now, we're still building this up, but we're getting very busy for our Carry Caddy kit. But when you consider, I think as a project, it will be a delight to do. But ultimately, that to me in the craft room is so serviceable.
It is, rather. You know, and I think that's why we went for it, because my boss looked at this. This one is a different unit.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. But you can still wrap cord around there, or you know, like Sam has done on one of her samples there. She's put fabric around it and a bit of Powertex. But you can see it's going to hold loads in there, absolutely loads. I've got hand gel in there. There's glues, no ender brushes. Everyone always wants to know what this is. It's actually for opening a bottle.
Yeah,
but
bottle
they
cap.
said to me, but it's upside down, and things, because I'm such a lightweight, I don't really drink. So it's literally, you just stick the paintbrush in there, and that's the one you're using. So it's always to hand. So, you know, you can get really, really creative with this. You can come up with lots of different ways to decorate it. Like I said, we're going to go for the steampunk look. So we're just going to grab some of these items here.
Nice.
Okay.
While we're doing that, just give you a little update on the rusty pipes.
Wow.
Very busy. Well over 2/3 of the stock, approaching 70%. Now, the only reason I'm reminding you of that is because once it's gone, and this is the extended delivery, once that's gone, it's gone. And same with our one-day special, both just immensely popular.
Right, so let's just bring, I don't think we've actually done this one this hour, so let me just quickly do this one. So this is the riveted metal plate.
Yeah.
So we've just got a mix here of white clay, black clay, and a little bit of the orange there. Okay, so it's going to give you sort of that lead look to this particular one. So just pop that in there. Okay. So there we go. And when you're happy that it's all there, just go from one end, but you will notice you like get an air bubble trapped in there, if you can just see that, Yanis. So just keep on going until you basically push that air bubble out the end, like so. Just pull that away there.
Okay. I'm going to bless
and
you.
then
Have
just
you had any masseuse training in the past?
No, I haven't, but I can remember you actually did my shoulder last time I was here. Remember you did?
So I can give a massage, and you were genuinely had a bad shoulder.
I did have a bad shoulder.
Did it help?
Well, yeah, it did, but do you know what? I still do not have hardly any feeling in that middle finger.
Oh no!
Yeah.
After
and that was in March.
Okay, I hope it wasn't my massage.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Got a lovely email in. Who is this from? Helen. Thank you so much for getting in touch. So Helen was saying, Nikki did a fantastic job. She really did.
Absolutely.
And she's going to be a great new presenter, and good luck to her. You know, one thing that Hochanda are so, because we held auditions and had a lot of people come in and some fantastic presenters, but they place so much value on bringing people into the team who are going to fit into the team. And by that, you'll notice all the presenters, we genuinely get on as friends. There's no egos here. And that's actually in TV. For presenters, it's kind of rare. Normally you get a few divas in the mix. But here, we share the same room, presenter room, and everyone generally gets on. And they were so conscious of anyone that they brought into the team sort of would fit into that team. And Nikki is lovely.
Absolutely. So there you can see then all the amazing detail, and that's a really distressed look on there as well. So you can just pick that up by using a little bit of gilding wax.
So you really do see all that. That's what gives it that weathered.
So when I bring this one in here, okay, if we can just get a close up of that one there, you can see that does actually look like metal.
It does.
Okay, so that's the detail you're going to achieve with that particular mould. Again, we'll just flip that over.
So I know we were talking about this earlier on, where you're saying you can actually break these down if you want.
If you want, yeah, and you know that's when you can like go around things to make frames, etc. So you can get even more creative. So we're just going to stick this one literally just down on here, just to start decorating. So we're going to pop that one at an angle. Okay, but like you say, you could go around there and cut all the elements. Now, I would recommend that you use a silicone glue on here because you've obviously got the texture of the paint underneath. So let's just pop that one
If you'd like to decorate your own carry caddy, then details on the screen, $10.99 your price, 903-577 your item number. And perfect canvas for your one-day special and royalty price.
Absolutely, it is, yeah. I always say about my caddy, it's also my mobile gallery as well, because it just shows a couple of bits of artwork on there. So it serves a couple of purposes.
I like that, a mobile gallery.
Yeah, as well as holding tools.
Take it for, say, going to a craft class, put everything you need in there, turn up.
Absolutely.
Everyone's going to be talking about it.
Everyone's going to be talking. You know, it could be anything. Like I say, we've got Sam who's done power text on hers. We've got Debbie who's just painted it black and put some pipes and whatever. So decorate it however you want. That's what's really, really key. So I'm just going to stick some of these. Now, if you want, you can actually cut these, okay, because they are just paper. Yeah. So let's just grab a craft knife from under here and then just getting a ruler, because like I say, these ones have dried, so you can literally just cut those in half.
So would you advise waiting for the clay to dry before cutting?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. But if you wanted to, like, for instance, if you wanted to put a cog around a bottle, then actually have it so it's still wet. So let's just grab this one here. Obviously, this isn't the cog, but you would actually just wrap it round there and it would actually dry to that shape. Okay, so that's the way to do that. So let's just pop that back over there. So we're just going to stick just a few of these on, just so you can see roughly where we're going. Okay, so we're just going to stick that one down there.
See, if you really consider what we've done here, I mean, Anthony, you showed how easy it was to put the craft caddy together. Then we've just used the moulds, anybody can do that.
Anybody
I
can do
loved your story. Is it the head of the junior
design team, Isabella. Yeah, Bella. Yeah.
Isabella? I'm just going to give her another show of her. I love the fact Isabella noticed that her work wasn't at the front of the display.
She said to her mum, Sam, she said, "Mummy, yours is at the front, mine isn't. Where is it?" So I just had to show it.
It's adorable. But look,
it is
when you think
absolutely
Isabella
adorable.
is 6,
Yes.
and this is what she achieved, we really want to get across that anybody can use the mould. Anthony is an expert, and he's an extremely talented guy. But you can genuinely use, because all you're doing really is moulding the air dry clay, pushing it into your mould, and then getting all that detail. The zip, by the way, just give you a little reminder, only because we are very busy, we're going to give you the details for that. Now, I've done shows in the past, I think it was with yourself actually, and we featured the zip. Very busy.
Very, yeah.
$9.99 there if you want to go for the 6-inch zip, 142341.
And you know, obviously, if you're doing fabric work, wouldn't that be fabulous to actually put that on here and have all your tools for your sewing in here? So lots of different uses.
So wait, the cogs actually, you
all,
can put them together?
All interlock, and that's what I really, really love.
So it's like you're creating a working mechanism.
It is, yeah.
Obviously it's not going to move, but...
Well, it could move if you put in brads.
Oh.
Into the centre of those, you could actually do it. Yeah.
Now that's very interesting.
Obviously, with this one, you'd need to put that one there, make a hole in that. But yes, you could actually then turn them if you should so wish.
Wow.
So you can just get
can
just get as creative as you like. I did that something very, very similar with MDF cogs once. All of those interlocked. So I actually did a little box, and you just twisted one, and they all turned. So you can get as creative as you like. So let's just keep on, we're just going to build up this side, so obviously you just keep on adding those in there. Obviously you can go to town, there's so many different ways you can use our moulds. So let's just pop that one up there, and we've even got, let's just go for some items. You can see I've made loads here, made absolutely loads, but it's just
the moulds,
about
would you advise batch making?
Absolutely, especially when you're doing something like this, because there's...
So you have to wait for it to dry.
Yep, there's always going to be that situation where you're making all the cogs, or you're sticking the cogs down, all of a sudden there's a big space. What do you put in there? You've got to wait again for it to dry, so I always batch make. So we've got some other moulds that are from previous shows. So we've got here, which is the one from the Realms of Fantasy, which is the keyhole there. So you've got the bricks, you've got the hinges, but I'm not going to stick any of these down for the moment, but you can see how both collections actually work really, really well together. And obviously you've got the wings there, you could pop that on the cog there, that's looking quite nice. You can just keep on going to your heart's content. And you're saying about the panels being cut up, there is just one of the panels of that actually cut up. So yes, just cut those down and use them to frame things and what have you. So just get really creative, just batch make as you said, and then just go to town.
Now, we've had a lot of interest in our texture mat too. I'm wondering, could we just see that again in action? I know you
Which one's that one?
Texture mat here.
Let's just place that one
it's a stone
over
brickwork
the side.
Because we've got different options here. So
yes,
you've got the wood panel, stone, and then you've got the brickwork. What I would say is, and we have been busy for this option, it mixes so well with elements we've already got in our stash.
It does, it does. So let me just grab this one out here. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. I've actually, in my bag here, I did actually have some brickwork. Okay, and as you'll see, I haven't done, so I'm just going to mess here. I've done like sections of, okay, so yes, you can roll this out perfectly, but I love this because it then looks as though there's plaster, sort of like, and the bricks are being revealed. So literally just get yourself a shape like that, and literally just press it in, okay. And we have already put, by the way, the corn flour on the moulds to release, and that's how easy it is to do.
So whether it's the moulds or the texture moulds in there, well, texture mats I should say, anyone can get these results. So if you're watching Anthony, and this is, obviously I know you're a talented crafter, and it shows from the inspiration you make, but even if you've just started crafting,
absolutely,
being able to add that to a card or a project and having a sentiment.
Exactly, as we proved with Isabella's one, whatever age or ability you are, you will be able to use these moulds, okay? It is all about just getting the clay right. So there's just two little sections, and you can see how quickly we actually made those. So maybe once that's actually dry, you could go over there with a different colour, so it really, really highlights the mortar in between. Entirely up to you. But all of your paints you've got at home, they're using for you. Your paper decorating at the moment, you can be using on the clay.
$9.99 your price. You've got options when it comes to the texture mats, so go for whichever design really speaks to you, whether it's the wood panel, the stone or the brick. Going to give you a reminder of the one-day special. Got to ask you a question, because I was sort of fiddling as you were doing one of your demonstrations.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And what's really interesting about, I think it's the ring, it might be the ring, and definitely this one.
Yeah.
We said earlier, this has got the very tiniest of screw heads actually on there, okay, and that is really, really tiny. Now, the design team member said to me, I've used the screw heads, Anthony. I automatically thought she meant these ones here.
Yeah.
She didn't. She actually meant that tiny one in there. Okay, so that's what she used. So that's how dedicated she is at doing these samples. So Victoria, hats off to you for actually achieving that.
Jewellery coming through. I mean, that has got a lot of Xena the Warrior Princess about it.
Hasn't it just?
Come on. Do you know, the sad thing is, most of the team here wouldn't get that reference. Oh, apparently they do.
Well, there you go.
So that's the kind of thing you can do with a one-day special.
Yes.
We've got some other inspirations here. What about...
Yeah, this is a resin. So this is a flexible resin. So literally just pour that into the mould. So there's some glitter being put in there as well. So that is like a handbag tag, or it could be like a tag on your suitcase as well. That would really identify your case when it's coming on the conveyor belt.
That is phenomenal. Did you make this?
No, that's Victoria, the same person who made the bangle there and the ring, because Victoria is our jewellery making expert on the design team.
I think as a child,
isn't it amazing?
I am blown away by that.
That could be a key ring as well. So lots of different ways you can actually use these moulds.
That is great. I tell you what, Nikki, come back on in here, Nikki. So we're going to bring Nikki back. It has been such a great hour. I think for Nikki's first introduction to craft, you could not have had a better hour and a better guest.
I couldn't, definitely not. I think you're so talented.
Oh, thank you very much.
Already I feel like I've learned quite a bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You had a go, and that's what it's all about.
I know, and I didn't know you were going to do that.
I know you didn't, sorry. But I knew you'd be able to do it.
Yeah,
there you go.
luckily.
Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
And this is the whole point of Hochanda, because we do place so much focus on trying to share those inspirations, and we have such a talented bundle of guests who come in and visit us. So Anthony just being one of those. One day special. We will remind you about this. You're getting 3 beautiful plates. I know you're beautiful moulds. I know you're a big fan of these, Nikki.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously selling fast. The item number is 018301. Obviously one day special, $24.97 with your P&P. It's on extended delivery because we did have a sellout, didn't we, I believe?
Yeah.
28th will be your dispatch date. It's worth the wait, but what I would say, there is a possibility, I mean, look at these inspirations, there is a possibility this could sell out before the end of final call.
Possibly
Once it's gone, it's gone. And I'm hearing how busy we've been. There is a serious possibility it could sell out. And don't forget the rusty pipes too. Which
absolutely, they just work so well.
Yeah.
So well.
So for anyone who is thinking about exploring moulds, could be, say, Nikki or anyone new, what would you say to them, Anthony?
Well, I'd say they are really, really easy, okay? They can be used by any age. There is no going wrong, because even if you do trip up and maybe the clay sticks in the mould, you know you can just pull it out. It is clay, okay? Just mash it back up, put it back in there. You're going to get it right.
You can have a go, Nikki?
He's a good teacher. Absolutely, yeah. With Anthony, though.
That's what we like to hear, and I hope you're going to be having a go as well. So we're getting one more hour with Anthony in our one-day special. That is at 5. It's final call, but what I would say is don't worry about the clock. It's all about that stock. We don't know if it's going to last the full duration. You have been warned. With this for this hour, thank you so much, Anthony.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Yanis.
Would you like to do your first menu? You haven't read out a menu?
No. Oh, Yanis. Okay, I'll have a go.
All right, we're going to let Nikki
Hopefully I won't be rubbish.
Thank you so much for your company. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Okay, let's see what we've got coming up. So later on we've got the ThermoWorks birthday celebrations. We've got Celebrate with Sassy Crafting, and right now we've got Celebrate with So Totally Trisha. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you a bit later on. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 888 888. So don't forget, you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Hello, Tricia.
Hello, Alex.
Our director's playing naughtiness.
Oh,
yes.
all good
Got
fun.
me doing that. I know. Now, Tricia, we had a really busy hour earlier on.
Didn't we just?
You bring us some gorgeous kits, and this one is no exception.
Thank you.
I love that we're on. You're naming them like one by
Yes.
one through the alphabet.
That's right. So this one's Henrietta.
Lovely.
That's as far as I've got.
Okay.
I for the next one. It's all in the mind, but not in fabric yet.
Right. So, yeah, do you want to tell us about the kit?
Yes. So this one is a nice. It is that may not look straightforward, but once you know how. We did it as a demo in the last show at 11, and it is quite straightforward. You got the idea, didn't you? Straight
Very
away?
much so, yes.
So with this, I've introduced a little bit of patchwork, but the beginnings of patchwork. So you don't need to be, as careful with your seam allowances, etc.
Yeah.
But we've got little bits of it, so to ease you in gradually.
Yeah.
Because I like to combine the two. I'm a bag person, but I'm also a patchworker.
Yeah.
So with this kit, you get everything except the button, basically. So you have all the fabric, which will be cut into long strips, but all the right width for you to sew with straight away.
Lovely.
You'll get the squares that are the base to doing the patchwork, and then the additional contrast fabric, which forms your handles and the base of the bag, and the little tab here. You'll get the lining, and there's also an internal zipped pocket, which I find is the very neatest way of inserting a zip. I don't know if you can see that.
That's
okay.
perfect.
Is that perfect? Okay. So the instructions will tell you exactly how to do that and to get your perfect internal zip. Nice and long, so plenty spacious. And the bag itself is pretty big as well. I think we said probably...
I think it was 12 inches across the bottom, something like that.
And fairly similar up the sides, and about 18 to 20 across. So
that's right.
Spacious.
It is very, very nice indeed. Now, you can go for the kit, which is £29.99. If you do want to go for the instructions just by themselves, it's £9.99 at the bottom of the screen. But for the whole kit, your item number is 499064. Oh, and I should just mention also your gift with purchase, because... so if you buy anything off this show, this will arrive to you. So
that's right.
is the instructions for The tissue box
Yes,
holder,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so originally it was just going to be the actual instruction pack for you to make your own, but I was saying that, you know, because everybody's been so supportive in buying my products, I shall randomly put the actual kits in there as well.
That's
so the fabric,
nice.
so that you could make your own tissue box as well.
That's lovely. So you may get the full kit if you're lucky.
Yes.
Now, the next one that we've got then is the sewing machine mat and cover, or cover.
Yeah, and or, yes.
Yes.
So for both. So while you're using your sewing machine, have it as a mat. When you finish your sewing for the day, cover it with the mat there.
I really like this design on this.
Yes, yeah. So again, I've brought a little bit of patchwork into it. You'll have everything that's included, being the wadding, the base fabric, the backing fabric, and the strips all cut to size. I'm going to show you later how to do one of those and actually put them together.
Lovely. So again, you get everything that you need here, and full instructions. Item number is it's $24.99, and your item number is 253989. And then again, at the bottom of the screen, you can go for just the pattern as well. So you even get the wadding. That's great, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
I forgot to say the wadding.
Oh, no, don't worry. Now, next up, we've got options for you. This is nice. So this is for your rotary. To be honest, I think you could put your glasses in there if you wanted, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can. I think slimmer smartphones will fit in there as well.
Oh, nice.
So
good idea.
But on a sewing theme, I just thought it would be rather nice to protect your rotary cutter and also protect others from your rotary cutter.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. So there's 5 different colourways.
Yeah.
And I brought in 2 where I've used the blue bloom and the pink bloom. It's quite nice if you like to collect matching items.
Yeah.
So I put them in there as well, but you might just want the rotary cutter holder in one of the other colours. So the choice is yours.
Lovely. I'll go through the colour options, but what I was saying earlier is you can get the pattern itself, but why not pay those extra £3? Because then you'll get the not just the fabric, but the hardware.
That's right, yes. So that's the flex frame, which forms the top of the rotary cutter holder, so that you can open it up just by squeezing it. So I'm also going to show you how to do... No, I've just done that, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to finish it off and put the flex frame into the top.
There you go.
Which is really quite easy, but very effective.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? So
yes.
You've got the different options. So this one is your tan floral, followed by the multi-floral, followed by the pink bloom, the blue bloom, or or the dark blue. It won't stand up. But there we go. So you can see the options for you. $12.99. Item number is